Hey everybody, hope you're having an awesome day. I know I am. A little while ago I talked about having a 7-day meal plan coming out. That's what I'm going to do today. We're going to actually review and we're going to actually show you a 7-day meal plan. Now this is the meal plan that I followed for July and August. I was pretty successful with it. I lost some really good weight with it. I kind of I was losing every week when I was following this plan. So if you're in a stall or if you're plateaued or something else, this may be something you want to consider. Again, this worked for me. I'm not going to say it's going to work for you. I am no doctor, no nutritionist, or any kind of expert in any means, shape, way, or form. So I'm just going to tell you what worked for me, right? So this is a protein sparing modifying fast slash keto plan, right? With any kind of a plan like this, it's recommended that at a minimum that you do keto for 6 weeks before you go into a plan like this, just because of the fact it's going to shock your body, because of the fact that you're going to go down on certain days so low calories and so high protein that it's kind of a shock to your system. So there's a recommendation out there that you go 4 to 6 weeks. Now again, it's not my recommendation. But that's what some of the other folks that subscribe this and do this kind of say. So I've been doing it a long time. Again, my story started out in 2017 and going to the doctors and him telling me I was obese and that I needed to lose weight or else I was going to start taking diabetic medication as well as high blood pressure medicine. So it was either shape up or ship out kind of a thing, right? So I decided that because my mother had diabetes, had tons and tons of complications from it, as well as high blood pressure, and I kind of wanted to avoid as much of that as I can for as long as I can, right? So I decided that I was going to listen to the doctor and do what he said, and he said, hey, you should think about doing keto. He says it's a really good weight loss plan. You just got to do it kind of smart and and kind of watch what you're eating. And of course, he was a big person into the Mediterranean style of keto, just because it was eating in his mind anyway a little healthier. I'm not sure everybody else would agree with it. But anyway, so I researched it and I started doing keto in 2017. I was pretty successful. I lost a bunch of weight. I hit my first goal. The doctor was thrilled that I was there. My A1C, my pre-diabetes was all gone. High blood pressure was gone. Everything was really good. I did maintain that weight for quite a while. I went back to the doctors in May of this year. I had gained back about 5 pounds, which is not too bad out of that. Out of that 5 pounds, he said, hey, you're still in that high BMI side, so I'd kind of like you to drop another 15 pounds. You know how to do it now. You know what to do. So how about doing that over the summer and dropping that weight? So I went and I started doing it, and I went and switched back to total carbs. I was pretty successful. I was dropping weights, half a pound a week or so, about that. But it was dropping every week. And then I had seen a bunch of people doing it online. With the protein sparing modifying fast, whether it was Wendy Harry on Loving It with Keto, Gianna Gerda from her channel, and they kind of got me interested in doing protein sparing modifying fast. So I kind of did some research on that, and I had decided that I was going to incorporate that protein sparing modifying fast into my diet. So that's what I did. And I don't know whether you can see. I got some new glasses, and they have that blue light blocker on them. So in the camera and reflection, I can see the blue light. It's kind of like a tint to it. So I'm kind of wondering whether it's just a reflection from the TV or whatever. But anyway, it'll be interesting to see when I look at the video. So I decided to do the protein sparing modifying fast. So Wendy and Harry from Loving It Keto had created a calendar. So I had created something similar like them. They were just they were doing something different because they were doing some carnivore and some other stuff in there mixed in with it. And I just said I was going to do 3 days a week. I was going to do the protein sparing modifying fast, which was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. and then I was going to do my 22 regular total carbs on Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So, and that's what I did. So I created a calendar around that. If you're interested in any of that stuff, I have a link down below with my email on it. Go down there and email me, and I'll gladly mail you a copy of that. I have actually a couple of them from when I was doing it 3 days a week to 2 days a week to 1 day a week. So I kind of, as I reached my goal, I kind of pushed it back a little bit. So anyway, enough of me talking. But so anyway, so I did it 3 days a week. I was really successful. So I said I'm going to create a meal plan around that. So for people that want to lose weight or struggling with losing weight, if you're doing keto and you're struggling and if you hit a plateau or something, this may be something that you want to think about. So let me turn around. So I have this set up on my TV. So just so you can see, hopefully you can see those numbers okay. I may have to move the TV up, and I'm going to stand behind the camera and I'm going to explain it so as we go through it. So hopefully that will be okay. I know the camera's trying to focus on me, and it has the light behind me. So give me a minute. We're going to set that up. Hopefully that you're really interested in this stuff. Again, I'm going to put this into a PDF format, and then from there, if you're a subscriber and if you're interested in it, again, send me an email down below, and I will send you a copy of this PDF 7 days a week. Again, 4 days of 22 total carbs, and then 3 days of protein sparing modifying fast. So, and if you don't understand what protein sparing modifying fast, I'm going to put a link up here for a video that I did prior to, and explain what protein sparing modifying fast is. So, it's something you should not do all the time. You shouldn't do it, more than 2 or 3 days a week. So, just to explain it. So, but anyway, so I'm going to explain it, go through it. I think you're going to find it interesting. Hopefully you find it informative. Hopefully you'll give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you'll subscribe to the channel down here below and hit that little bell icon if you like this kind of stuff. Again, I'm here to try to help educate, try to teach you guys, and I know you guys do more of that to me probably than I do to you. But I like to spread that word and try to make sure that we're all getting the benefit from the channels, and we're all helping each other so that we're all successful together, right? Because that's the ultimate goal, is that we make each other healthier, we make each other better, and let's all hit our goals and get rid of the medication and live longer and happier and healthier. All right, so I'm going to turn off the camera. I'm going to switch it around, set it up, and then we'll start going through the food and all of the 7 days. All right, so. All right, just so I'm going to walk through this, so I'm going to point out a few things just so you see it. So these are the carbs. This is, I guess you can't see it. So this this is the protein. This is fat, and this is, I cut the top off. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. And then this is calories. So you understand what the calories are. You understand what the fat content are. And you understand what the protein is, and you know what total carbs are. So that's the way it's broken down. That's the way I'm going to explain it. So again, hopefully that this is okay. Hopefully you can see that good. I think you can read it. So this is a keto day. So I put them over here, and you'll see that I put over here day 1 breakfast. This is a keto day. And then this is what the food that I ate. I had a bulletproof coffee, and I had egg bites. So I had made some egg bites. Again, most of the stuff on here, if it's not something that you can just run to the store and get, it's something that I made. So you can go back and look at my videos and kind of get an idea of how to make them, or go search on Pinterest or other YouTubers. So I made egg bites like you get at Starbucks. Again, and you would see that the bulletproof coffee consists of some MTC oil, some ghee, some collagen, and some coconut cream that I put in my bulletproof coffee. And that's how I make mine. That bulletproof coffee is 1 carb. It's 11 grams of fat, or 11 grams of protein, 13 grams of fat, and a total of 162 calories. Egg bites has 2 carbs in it, and there's two egg bites. So those have 2 carbs in them. They have 19 grams of protein in them. They have 25 grams of fat in them for a total of 310 calories. Then we go down here. So the total for breakfast was 3 carbs, 30 grams of protein, 38 grams of fat, and 472 calories. So that's kind of where we ended up for the day for breakfast. And then lunch we went through. I made some protein sparing modified hot dog rolls. I had 2 of them. They're 1 carb apiece, so that was 2 total carbs a day. 19 protein, 0 fat, and 96 calories. If you don't have the protein sparing modified hot dog rolls, or if you haven't made the bread yet, you can use like the Egg Life wraps or the Capini wraps. Even check the cheese wraps, but the cheese wraps are pretty high in fat, so you probably want to stay away from them. It's okay on a keto day, but not on a protein sparing modifying fast day. But so those are good alternatives. So I'm trying to give you some good alternatives to this. Oh, I'm missing that a little bit. I'm going to scroll down a little bit so you can see it better. All right. So these are the alternatives to this. I get these Tetons beef sausages. I get those from those come from Costco. I get those. I had 2 of those. Those are pretty substantial as far as food goes. There's only 1 carb in them. There's 22 grams of protein in them, 34 grams of fat, 400 calories. For the 2 of them, I had a slice of cheese with them that I divided into half and half so I could put a cheese on them. The cheese was 0 carbs, 5 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat, and 80 grams of calories. So, and then I used some sugar-free ketchup, which was 2 grams of carbs and no fat, no protein, and total of 10 carbs. So that's kind of what I had for lunch. So total lunch, I'm checking to see whether you can make sure you can see that, was 5 total carbs, 46 grams of protein, 41 grams of fat, and 586 grams total for the day for lunch. Now, for dinner, what I had was some shrimp scampi made from Miracle Noodles. I'm sorry, I do have a better copy of this. So if you ask me to send you one, I will send you the cleaner version than this, that the column's not hidden or anything. But I was trying to scrunch it down so that you could see it all in one area. So I used this shrimp scampi with the Miracle Noodles, and that was 3 carbs, 0 protein, 0. The Miracle Noodles themselves were 3 total carbs, 0 protein, 0 fat, and 10 calories for the serving. I used 8 jumbo shrimp, which was 0 carbs, 38 protein, 0 fat, and 160 calories. And then the scampi sauce, the fish sauce that I used, was 5 carbs, total carbs, 0 protein, 12 fat, and 130 calories. And then I put some Parmesan cheese on it, which was 0 carbs, 2 protein, 3 fat, and 40 calories for a total of 8 carbs for my dinner, 40 grams of protein, 15 grams of fat, and 340 calories for my dinner. So So this comes out for my whole day. Again, and breaking down, this was my target for the day: 22 carbs, 108 protein, 134 fat, and I wanted to stay under 1,720 total carbs. This is off of the carb manager that I have total. So for the day 1, I did 16 total carbs for the day. this whole meal plan for day one is 16 total carbs for the day, 116 protein, 94 fat, and 1398. So with that said, it kind of left me with 5 extra carbs to play with for a snack or doing something of that nature, and trying to decide if there was something else I wanted to eat during the day. So for 5 total carbs, you know, what could you have for 5 total carbs? You could have some pork rind rings. You could, you know, you kind of got to look around and see what there is that you have for macros for that. So, so that's day one, and that's kind of how the meal plan goes. Now, this is day one of the protein sparing modifying fast day. Again, you know, this is going to say, you know, day 2 over here is going to say breakfast. It's going to say it's a protein sparing modifying day. No dairy is allowed on those days, so no dairy. So, right. So, again, so it's black coffee, I suppose, and then 2 scoops of collagen. I put 2 scoops in. And then I had 2 large egg whites. I did not eat the egg yolks. I just ate the egg whites. And that's what I had. And I'm going to have to skirt this over because this is much bigger than the other one. Sorry about this. So again, if you look at it, sorry about that. I didn't realize that this one was a different size than the other one. So I'm gonna move this camera over a little bit so you get a better look at it. So again, so for the black coffee, it's 0 grams of carbs. It's 1 protein, 0 fat. Oh, that can't be right. Oh yeah, black coffee, 0 fat, and then 2 grams of, I was thinking of my bulletproof coffee. So, and then the 2 scoops of collagen was 0 carbs in it. There's 20 grams of protein in it, 0 fat, and 80 carbs. And then the 2 eggs were 0 carbs. The egg whites, I should say. The protein was 7. The fat was 0. The total grams of that, it was 135. So total for my breakfast on this day was 0 carbs, 28 grams of protein, 0 fat, and calories was only 117. So again, you can see just from that first meal that you see when you're doing protein sparing modifying fast, you're trying not to eat foods that have fat in them. So therefore, you're eating a lot of lean meats and or lean foods that without fat. And the whole premise is that I'm going to burn the fat off my body and not so much, you know, consume fat for my body to burn. It's going to have to look for an alternative source. So again, for lunch, I took one of those Egg Life wraps, and then I put in some smoked turkey breast. This was Applegate's. Applegate's is one of the cleaner ones that I've found out there. So I just used those 2, 7 ounces. So this is a complete package of the Applegate's turkey breast. So that's what I had. I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go back and forth here a little bit. But if I get too far away, you're probably not going to be able to see the numbers. So for my lunch, for the Egg Life wraps, there's 0 carbs in them. The turkey breast is 2 carbs. The protein is 10 in the egg wraps, 17 in the turkey breast, 0 fat in the Egg Life wraps, because the Egg Life wraps are just egg whites. And the turkey breast was 1. Total for the egg wraps was 50 calories and 70 for the turkey breast. So for my day, for my lunch, was 2 total carbs, 17 protein, 1 gram of fat, 127 calories. So that was for my lunch. We're going to go back over here. We're going to look at dinner. Again, I apologize. I guess I should have gone through this one time before I showed it up here. Wish I could figure out how to do it onto a screen and share it, but I don't know. I thought this would be pretty cool to do, but maybe not. So anyway, so my dinner was, I had chicken breast, skinless chicken breast, 12 ounces. I'm going to tell you, you eat 12 ounces of chicken breast, it's a substantial piece of meat, all right? And then I had broccoli, I had a half a cup. So that was what I had for my dinner. And I come across here, and I look at my dinner. So the turkey breast was 0, the broccoli was 5 total carbs. Protein was 105 for the turkey breast, for the chicken breast, 1 for the broccoli. The fat was 15 for the chicken breast and 0 for the broccoli. The carbs here was 589 for the chicken breast and 15 for the broccoli. So I'm going to show you what the total day was. So again, this was my macros that I'm supposed to be hitting. I'm supposed to be staying under 10 carbs, total carbs. Hopefully you can see that right. I was supposed to get up to 160 grams of protein. I'm supposed to stay under 30 grams of fat, and I'm supposed to stay under 1,000 calories. So this is how I did for the day. That's how this meal plan works. It will give you 7 total carbs for the day. It comes out to 161 grams of protein, 16 grams of fat, and 848 grams of carbs. So, carbs. Yeah, 848 calories. Jeez. So that's how it comes out. So that would be day 2. That would be the first protein sparing modifying fast day. And that's how that comes out. All right, now we're back to where we should be. Closer anyway. Again, you'll see that a lot of these are similar. Excuse me. A lot of these are similar as far as days go and the setups and all that stuff. So hold on a second. There we go. So you'll see that this is set up the same way. I had a bulletproof coffee. I have a bulletproof coffee every morning, just about every morning. And then I had a keto blueberry muffin. So if you're tired of eggs and you're going to eat a lot of eggs doing this, so I suggest on your keto days, try to eat other things. So I made some keto blueberry muffins, and that's what I ate. There's all kinds of muffins that you can make. And then walk across the carbs on these were 1 for the bulletproof coffee, 6 for the blueberry muffin. Protein was 11 for the coffee and 7 for the blueberry muffin. Fat was 13 and 19, and calories were 162 for the coffee and 217 for the blueberry muffin. So for the day, for breakfast, it was 7 total, 18 protein, 32 of the fat, and 379 total for breakfast for calories. So, and then for lunch, so for lunch you can see here that all I had was a ground beef large patty, 1 slice of cheese, and a half a cup of green beans. So that's what I had for my lunch. The patty was 0 carbs, the cheese was 1 that I used, and the green beans were 3. The protein was 29, 6 and 1. And then the fat was 12, 7 and 0. And then the total calories was 233, 80 and 16. So I did use one of these Outer Island sandwich thins. I actually ate 2 of them, 1 for the top, 1 for the bottom. I used that for my bun. So I really like these Outer Isles. They're pretty easy. They have them at Trader Joe's. They have them in what they call white label. I believe they call them something else, but they're the same thing, made by the same company. And then they have them at Sprouts, and they have them other places. You want to use something else, you could use protein sparing modifying bread or other low carbs wraps or something of that nature for a bun instead. But I like these outer aisle things for my hamburgers. Of course, now I'm into the protein sparing modifying buns. So I've been making a lot of the buns for that out of that. So anyway, so the two sandwich thins are 4 total carbs. They're 8 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and 100 calories. So total for my lunch, I'm gonna scroll this up a little bit. So the total for my lunch was 8 total carbs, 44 grams of protein, 24 grams of fat, 429 calories. And then for dinner was the salmon. I had a 7-ounce piece of salmon where there was no carbs in it. I ate some asparagus, that was 4. I ate some of these pepper jack wisp for a snack, that was 2. Again, and then the protein was 42, 2, and 24. The fat was 17.2 and 14. And then 333, 20, and 300. So the total. All right, so sorry about that. My camera was working, so stopped working for a second. So again, review for the day. The salmon, the asparagus, the wisps, 6 total carbs for dinner, 42 grams of protein, 2 grams of protein, 24 grams of protein for a total of 68, 17 fat. I'm not even going to count that right now. 14 grams of fat for the cheese wisp, 31 total for grams of fat for the day, 653 calories for brings us up total for the day. This is again total carbs. My goal is 22, 108 grams of protein, 134 grams of fat, and staying under 1,720 grams of calories. And this is how I did. I did 21. This plan gives you 21 carbs for the day, 130 protein, 87 fat, and 1461 for the total calories for the day. So not a bad day. So pretty good day. Again, this was a regular keto day. And then we're going to go into another protein sparing modifying fast day. Again, on this day, my day on protein sparing modifying starts off very similar. The black coffee, the 2 scoops of collagen, the egg whites, the macros are the same. And then I come down, and so I'm not going to go through that, so we can kind of skip through it a little bit. Then for lunchtime, that's a little too far. So for lunchtime, what we did is I had a spinach salad. I had 2 cups of fresh baby spinach. I had a 7-ounce can of tuna that's in water, because it's in water it's lower in fats than it is if it's in oils. So if you're going to do this, look for either chicken or tuna that's packed in water, or the envelopes are the best probably. And then I had 2 tablespoons of the primal dressing, and then I had egg whites in the salad as well. So that's what I put in there for the salads. Again, I did the same format as I did before, so I kind of messed up the formatting, and the camera's shaking. So I'm going to move it off to the side a little bit so we can review it. So these are the macros for that lunch. The spinach was 2 total carbs. The tuna 0. The Primal Kitchen 2 tablespoons is 1 carb. And then the egg whites was 0. The salad the spinach was 2. The tuna was 39, and the egg whites was 7. The fat was 0 for the spinach, 3 for the tuna. The Primal Kitchen was 14 and 0 for the salad. These was the numbers for the total calories was 14,180, 133, 35. So the total for the day was 3 carbs for the lunch, 48 protein, 17 fat, and 359 calories. So, and then we'll go down. I'll scroll up a little bit so you can see what my dinner was. So that was my dinner. I had 12 ounces of cod, which is a pretty big piece of cod, and a half a cup of broccoli again. And that's kind of what we had. And then go through. I'm going to show you the macros for the day, as well as, so I don't have to go back and forth. I know you're probably not I'm getting dizzy now. So the cod was 0 carbs, 5. Broccoli was 5. Protein was 41 for the cod. 1 for the broccoli for protein, 3 fat for the cod, 0 for the broccoli fat. Calories was 326 and 15. So for dinner, the total was 5 total carbs, 72 grams of protein, 3 grams of fat, 341 calories. For the day, I was at 8 carbs for the day out of my 10, so I did good. I was supposed to be at 160. I was at 148, which was good. I'm going to consider that good. I had to stay under 30 grams of fat. I was at 20, so that was good. Had to stay under 1,000 calories, so that was good. So this meal plan is for day 2 of your protein sparing modifying fast day. So this would be a Wednesday. And then we're going to move into my next keto day. So this will be Thursday. So again, they do all say up in here, they'll say day 5, keto day. This is breakfast. And in this day here, I had, because I wanted to try to mix it up a little bit on my keto days, just because I'm eating a lot of similar stuff on my protein sparing modifying fast days. So I started off my bulletproof coffee, then I had a breakfast quesadilla. And again, those were 1 for the coffee, 3 for the quesadilla. Protein was 11 and 25. The fat was 13 and 29, and then calories was 162 and 374. Total was 4 for the meal, 36 grams of protein, 42 fat, and 537 calories for the meal. And then for lunch, you can see lunch. Okay, so for lunch, I made a pizza chaffle. I made 2 of them actually, so a serving was 2. That was 3 carbs, 17 grams of protein, 18 fat, 227 calories. I ate a peanut butter fat bomb as well, and that was 3.5 carbs, 3.6 grams of protein, 3.4 fat, and 247 grams of calories. I'll tell you, it's hard to rattle these all off and think what you're doing and talk and everything else at the same time. So total for lunch was 6.5 carbs, 17.6 protein, 21.5 fat, and 474 calories. And for dinner, for dinner, I had a keto lasagna that I made. That was 11 carbs, 38 grams of protein, 52 fat, 662 calories. So total for the day was 11. Total for that dinner was 11. It was the same. So because I didn't have anything over the lasagna, just the lasagna. And then this was for the day. Bring it up. For the day, I ate 21.5 carbs out of the 22, so I stayed under my 22 carbs, total carbs. I did 91 protein out of 108, so I suppose I could have gone a little bit higher. My fat was 115 out of 134. My calories was 1,673 out of 1,720, so that was good. And we'll scroll up, and we're going into day number 6. I know you're probably going, oh man, I got 7 days of this. No. But yeah, so this is day number 6. Again, it says protein sparing modifying fast on that side. Again, I had the black coffee, the collagen, the egg whites. So that was the same as the other protein sparing modifying fast day. For me, those days are the days I'm going to work. So it's easy for me just to get up and grab that. And then I can have it real quick, and then I can head off to work, right? So, and the macros are really, really good for that, for keto, protein sparing modifying fast, and then for lunch, I ate one of the capini wraps. I actually had 4 of them because they're pretty thin. So I had 4 of them. And then I had I actually made a burger. If you saw one of the past videos on the day I was eating, I made some chicken burgers for dinner. So I had the chicken burgers here for lunch, 8 ounces of chicken, ground chicken at 97% lean. And then I had some salsa and some spices that I mixed in with the chicken. It actually came out really, really nice. I really, really enjoyed it. So the only thing that had, the capini wraps are 0, the ground chicken was 0. So the only thing that had anything was the salsa sauce that had any and the spices that had any carbs in it. So that was 2. Again, the capini wraps were 12 protein, 52 protein for the chicken, which was 64 for the day. The wraps were 6 fat, 7 fat for the chicken for the chicken, which was 13 fat. And then here's where the calories were: 120 for the wraps, 240 for the chicken, $10 for the spices for 370. Then we'll go in and talk a little bit about what dinner was. So this was dinner. So dinner, I actually had a sirloin steak with no visible fat, 10 ounces, with some broccoli. Yeah, I like broccoli. You could eat asparagus. You could eat a bunch of other things, but I like broccoli. You could eat green beans. You saw I ate green beans one day, so I did. So the steak has 0 carbs. The broccoli had 5. The steak had 85 grams of protein. The broccoli has 1. The steak had 13 fat, 0, and the broccoli had 0. Again, 454 calories for the steak, 15 for the broccoli. So for my dinner was 5 carbs, 86 protein, 13 fat, and 469 calories. So let's see if you can see that. Yeah, so you can see this pretty good. So my total carbs for the day were 7, so I was well below the 10. My protein was at 178, so well above the 160 that I'm shooting for. My fat was at 26, so I was below the 30 I wanted to. And my calories was at 956, which was below the 1,000 I wanted it to be at. So another really, really good protein sparing modifying fast day. This is day 7. Again, you'll see it in the corner, and this is a regular keto day. This would be like a Saturday morning for me. So I ate my bulletproof coffee Saturday morning. I had 2 eggs over easy. I had the protein sparing modifying bread toasted with it, and then I had 4 slices of eggs. So these are the macros. You'll see that they were all 100 for carbs, so 3 total carbs. Here is my protein, 44 for that meal. Here is my fat, 34, and here was total calories, which was 520. Again, this was the lean ground beef patties again that I had 2 of them. Actually, the other one was a burrito, I believe it was, and that's why it was the way it was. So, but this was the other part of it. So if you saw the video back of the day of eating, I made a chicken, some chicken stuff for making burritos, and then some stuff for patties. So this was the chicken patties, the cheddar cheese, and the outer island thins. It comes out the total of 7. 7 carbs for the meal. It came out to protein for 84 for the protein. The fat came out to 36, and that meal came out to 666. For dinner, I made some chicken parmesan. That was 6 carbs, and then I had asparagus with it. So I didn't have broccoli. I had asparagus that day. So that was 4 total carbs. And then the chicken parm was 33 protein, and the asparagus was 1.5. The fat was 21 for the chicken parm, and the asparagus was a half. Again, 333 calories and 20. So the total for the day, bring it up here. So the total for the day was, I needed to stay under 22. I stayed under 20. I did 20. I was supposed to stay under 108. I did 136, 163 protein. But I don't really concern myself going over the protein a whole lot. So I'm finding myself going over that quite a bit these days because I'm eating a lot more meats and stuff of that nature. So I'm getting more protein. My fat was at 91 out of 134, and my total calories for the day was 1539 out of 1720. And I will just point out on the last page of this, I did just point out, and I actually put this in here, I'm not sure if you can see the whole thing. So this kind of breaks it down by saying anything that's 7 grams or more, you know, these are the high fat foods. These are the herring, the mackerels, the sardines, the salmons, and the different types of salmons. Then what they call the medium fat ones are the 5 to 10 grams. So those are the bluefish. All right, so as I started to say, sorry about that, I got a phone call I had to go answer. So I started to say that I have so this is basically the fish and stuff like that and how it's broken out. So whereas if you're doing in your regular keto days, you probably want to eat the foods that are up here, these mackerels, the sardines, the salmon. Whereas on your protein sparing modified fast day, you want to eat the foods that are in this the very low category, and you want to eat the halibuts and the perch and the rockfish and the clams and the cod and the flounders. So just a kind of a different thought process, so that if you do buy fish, on a protein sparing modifying day, you want to buy one type of fish. On your regular keto day, you want to buy different types of fish. So this is just kind of give you an example of it, just a little tidbit at the very end of it to kind of give you some ideas. You can mix and match some of the things in there. Again, meats that you want to look at, you want to eat on protein sparing modifying, you want to eat really, really lean meats or lean ground beef or whatever it happens to be. And then on your keto days, you want to eat really meats that are pretty high in fat. So that's where we are with that. Hopefully you like that. Hopefully you give it a thumbs up. I'm going to turn this camera around here. We'll finish this off. Hold on a second. I'm going to turn it up. Hopefully you liked it. Hopefully you'll give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell icon down below. Again, if you'd like a copy of this, I will send you a copy of it. You go down to the link down below, or is my email down there. You email me asking for the link, and I will send you the link for the meal plan. Excuse me. Hopefully, you kind of get an idea of it. I know it's probably lengthy or more than you want. I know I had a camera problem in here as well. So I got to kind of look at that and figure out what's going on with that. Why is it doing that? But hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was beneficial to kind of understand the difference between the days that you're eating the protein sparing modifying fast days and the days that you're eating regular keto. So one you're trying to hit high protein, the other one you're trying to hit high fat. So really a little different mindset when you're doing it, but it's really, really good. Hey, just to kind of go through it, if you appreciate the video and you would like to support me or the channel, help yourself to go down there, check out the Amazon links. Most of the things I use in my videos and stuff are down there, as well as you want to buy me a cup of coffee. That would be greatly appreciated as well. Always enjoy that when the community shows their appreciation for the channel. So again, the little bit I get out of it, I just put right back into it. So but anyway, that's where we are. Hopefully, like I said, you enjoyed it. Hopefully it was good information. Hopefully it gave you a good idea what protein sparing modifying fast and keto and how they work together and how you want to go back and forth. Again, you're on those protein sparing modifying fast days. Excuse me. Oh, I gotta get another drink of water. Hold on a second. Hey, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully I gave you some value and some great information. Again, the combination between the protein sparing modifying and doing keto back and forth was really beneficial for me. I'm still doing 1 day a week out of it, and so I'm still doing it. If you're interested in seeing some more day and I eats, let me know. I'm going to do a couple of keto ones and a couple more of the protein sparing modifying fasting ones as well, just so you can kind of get an idea from continuing on. People seem to like those. And it is pretty good information to kind of see. Again, I try to give you some selection and some different choices than rather than saying just eat eggs every day, right? So I'm trying to break it up a little bit. So again, hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you subscribe to the channel. But I'm going to end it here. You guys are awesome. You guys are great. Remember that, I really appreciate you guys. You guys are like the number one. So, you're the best. So, really appreciate you keep coming back and supporting the channel, encouraging me, giving me great information. Be positive, be good, be kind. It's that season, do each other good. Help the charities out, the Make-A-Wish Foundations. I know we've got a Make-A-Wish Foundation thing going on at work right now. Be generous, be kind, be good to the people in the restaurants, So, all right, you guys are awesome. I will talk to you later.